Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. 7:07 Monday, December 5th, 40 degrees, getting up to 51 today, and rainy. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the radio pop-up and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We now have on the line with us Marianne Esposito, world-renowned chef, cook, culinary expert, TV host, you name it. And with us, Dee Pellegrino, who we'll just call Dee. That's so. Hey, welcome, both of you.
Thank you. Wow, I should get an introduction like that every day.
Well, I am actually available. I do weddings and bar mitzvahs if you're interested. So feel free. Marianne, why don't you tell us first of all? You're going to be at this Performing Arts Center at OCC's campus. I'm not going to lie. I feel awkward calling it the Grunin Center all the time because that's my family. But why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're doing there this weekend?
Well, we're going to have a lot of fun. That's what we're going to do, because between 2 and 4 on that day, I'm going to be on the stage whipping up a wonderful holiday menu for the audience that is a menu that you can do ahead of time. You know how we're all so stressed during this time of the year because we've got shopping, we've got cookies, we've got all these things that we have to do. And we get really frazzled when we have to think about what we're going to be cooking for the holidays. So Joe Leone and I are going to make several recipes from my latest book, Ciao Italia Family Classics, and I hope everybody's going to show up to be part of the fun.
So, and there's going to be samples and the whole nine, right? This is going to be an interactive experience. This
is going to be an interactive experience. You never know. You know, when I do these kinds of things, I always love to bring somebody from the audience up on stage to cook with me so that, you know, they can have the real experience of really cooking and not just sitting there and observing. So you never know. There could be somebody in that audience that will be cooking with me.
Wow. Now, for those of you that don't know, you have the longest running cooking show like on TV, correct?
That's right. The longest running continuous cooking show in America that is now in its 27th season. And your listeners can see it on Create or on your local PBS station. So we've been in business talking about Italian food for the last 27 years.
Wow. So what you started this when you were like 8 then, right?
Exactly. I was at my mother's knee, exactly.
Oh my goodness. So she's that's amazing. Now after 27 years, do you ever like wake up and go, "Oh my God, what's left to like make? Like I cooked everything. Like I'm running out."
No. That's what you would assume, but that's so not true. Because if you've studied anything about Italy, you realize there are 20 regions in Italy, and all of them have their particular way of cooking. I've just cracked the surface. I mean, this could go on forever.
So you think you're just like, you're pretty much at like the halfway mark. You got about 27 years left, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. Now, do you ever like, being that you were doing this before, like you were doing this before the Food Network was even in business, right?
Even born, yes.
So do you look now and do you kind of think, geez, you know, that I was doing this before, and now this is everywhere. This has become like a thing, right? Yeah. What's your feeling on the whole kind of evolution of cooking on television?
I think it's wonderful because it gets people out of their comfort zone. It teaches them something about a cuisine maybe that they never knew about. I mean, it's opened up a whole world of cooking. It's not just Italian cooking, but we have everything. We've got Mexican cooking, we've got French cooking, we've got American cooking. So it's a great way to introduce people to, you know, other cuisines, something besides what they're normally used to eating, you know, mac and cheese or hot dogs. So I think it's been a wonderful thing.
Right. Well, I got to be honest with you. There are very few things on television that I watch. I'm like mostly like a.
I hope you're watching my show.
Of course. Well, I was going to say, you know,
calling you out.
You know what I was going to say? It's funny because as my wife and children would tell you, I don't cook anything. Like, in fact, even my wife does the grilling. Right? There is like I'm
That's
like
pretty bad.
And I don't feel like it emasculates me in any way whatsoever. I'm okay with that, right? I've come to grips with that. I'm comfortable with myself. But I will tell you, I love watching cooking shows. I don't know what it is, but I could watch cooking shows all day long. It's a weird kind of thing, isn't it?
Well, I think for a lot of people, it's strictly entertainment. You know, they're living vicariously, and they're eating vicariously through the TV about what those chefs are cooking. So they're never going to do this stuff,
right?
But they find it, really interesting. So it's a form of entertainment for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now when you do these kind of, I know that this show, they're also, and the reason Dee is here is part of the reason Dee is here is because Dee is on the board of the People's Pantry, right?
Correct.
Which is a local organization that works out of the Beach Center, which is the bringing everybody all together center that houses the Monmouth Ocean Food Bank and houses the John Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen. But the People's Pantry is a food pantry, which is but it's so much more because it's not just about handing people a basket of food,
right?
It's about allowing them the respect,
the
dignity to actually go
Absolutely.
shop. They have kind of like what they can shop for in each category.
Yep.
But they have some control over it, and it's not a demeaning experience in any way.
No. And when I see the parents come in with children and they're walking through, it looks like a little supermarket.
Right.
So, the kids aren't afraid to be in there. You're not handing them a bag just with basic items in it. They can choose what they like, from fresh produce to fresh fish to fresh poultry. It really is very dignified.
Right. So Marianne, when you do shows like this, do you typically pick a nonprofit that you want to partner with? I mean, is that part of your thing? Are you very philanthropic?
I am very philanthropic because we have 7 years ago I created the Marianne Esposito Foundation, and the foundation has two purposes. Number one, we provide scholarships for students who are serious about studying culinary arts. So we've given scholarships over the years, and also we're creating an online legacy library that's going to house all of the traditional Italian recipes that will be lost to time. Because even in Italy today, people are not keeping up their culinary heritage. When I'm in Italy, I'm with a lot of young people who don't know how to cook the traditional foods of their own homeland. So, yes, I am very philanthropic, and I think that's one of the things that we all need to do. We all need to give back. So I'm very happy that these organization is going to be a beneficiary of the event on Saturday. So I hope a lot of people will turn out.
Right. Yeah. And to that end, also Joe Leone, who is your opening act, right? And I guess will be your sous chef.
Yes.
Right. And he called out sick yesterday, right?
He did. He's a little under the weather.
Well, he's been globetrotting because he just got back from Italy, right?
Yes.
And he goes, and he was on our show a couple of weeks ago, and he goes and he literally hand delivers supplies to earthquake victims in Italy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I mean,
yes. I can't wait to cook with him.
No, it should be great. Now, when we come back, because can we hold you for one more break?
Absolutely.
All right, good. Because when we come back, I want to talk. Look, I'm Jewish. Okay. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So
No.
You do a lot of good foods.
Right. Well, so like I said, I'm good at eating. Okay. But I learned growing up here at the Jersey Shore, right? Because everybody I knew was Italian, right? In my house, we always put sauce on our spaghetti.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
And by the way, I won't tell you them when my dad was growing up in Brooklyn, he would say that his mother used to put ketchup on their but anyway, but okay. But when we come back, I want to understand the difference between sauce and gravy. Can you tell me about that when we get back?
Absolutely,
Cool.
I can.
Marianne Esposito, Ciao Italia. Back with more after this.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We have Marianne Esposito. She is going to be at the J. and Linda Grunin Center for the Arts this December 10th, right? So that, according to my calculation, that's Saturday at 2 p.m., right, going to do a yeah. Go ahead, Dee. Feel free to handle the microphone. Nobody hears that.
Sorry.
It's fine. You're doing great.
It's so high.
So no, I understand. Marianne, can you explain to me, because again, the whole sauce versus gravy thing. I mean, explain it. Are they the same thing? Are they different? Well, I always think of gravy with turkey. Come on, what do we got going on here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I never heard tomato sauce referred to as gravy until somebody from New Jersey told me this, and I thought, wow. But gravy is really the sauce, is the juice, meat juices.
Right.
You know, gravy is a kind of what you put on meat. And sauce, la salsa di pomodoro, the tomato sauce,
right.
is sauce. And so there is a difference. But I tell you, in Italian cooking, these terms are often used interchangeably. If you go to Italy, you know, and you knock on every door in the neighborhood, they're all going to tell you something different. So it's whatever you want to call it. But in general, la salsa means like a tomato sauce, a pesto sauce, you know, a bechamel sauce.
Right.
Those kinds of sauces.
So you're actually in the sauce camp, is what you're telling me.
I'm liking it.
Right, exactly. We never called it gravy at home. Never. That was something that you put on meat.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I just, you know, I had when I was growing up here in the hood of TR, right, in Tom's River, right, which is I had to wear my gang colors everywhere, right. But in the hood of Tom's River, I had my best friend was Dustin Angelo, and Mama Angelo. When I came over, she'd have like tubs and tubs. She'd be making and she'd always call it the gravy. Mm-hmm. And it, you know, and again, and it's funny because I have a buddy, Phil Brilliant, who does my show when I'm not doing it, also Jewish, and he says when he was growing up, all they ever did was ketchup on their pasta too.
I can't even think
of
that.
That's hard to believe.
That's disgusting, right?
It is disgusting.
And I think a lot of this got transposed. The words, I mean, when a lot of Italians came to this country, so you know they called it, you know, what Americans wanted, what we're comfortable with.
Right.
You know, like gravy was the sauce, but you know, for the Italians, sugo means, you know, gravy, meat juice.
Right.
Sugo means juice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell people again, because we're going to get you out of here, but we're going to carry on with Dee for a few minutes afterwards, talk about the People's Pantry a little bit, and to make sure that we are properly promoting Saturday's event. Mm-hmm. But why don't you tell people where can they go to learn more about where they could see you on TV? Maybe they want to now, do I have to read your books in order if I want to catch up?
No, you do not. Okay. But you can find out more about this wonderful event on our Facebook page. You can go to our website. I'm sure that Dee is promoting this wherever she is.
Yes.
Yes, we'll have that info. Yep.
Yeah, and she'll have that info out there. And I hope people will come because I think it'll be a lot of fun. I always like being with the public, and I always learn something from them. So there'll be a book signing. I'm going to sign Ciao Italia aprons, beautiful aprons, if you need them for a Christmas gift or you just want to have one yourself. And we're going to do 3 wonderful, wonderful recipes that you can do ahead. So I think people should come out that day, even if it's raining. And please, would somebody bring me a nice loaf of Jewish rye bread?
Oh, listen, you're going to struggle for that here at Tom's River because there's like 3 Jews in all of Tom's River, but we all are on the radio and some of us are in banking. But Marianne, I am looking at your website and so that's ciaoitalia.com,
right.
And you can learn more there. But it's been really great talking to you, and I am looking forward to this weekend's event. Like I said. You had me at samples and food, right? That's all I really want to
know. You never know, Jeremy. You may be the one cooking on stage.
Let's do it.
We'll see.
Well, listen. The only thing more preposterous than that would be me running health clubs because which I did for 2 years. Of course, they referred to me as the before picture. So anyway, Marianne Esposito, Ciao Italia. Thank you so much for your time. We'll carry on with Dee Pellegrino talking about the People's Pantry. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Listen up to the Hometown View. I'm sure we'll be talking about Penn State football with Kevin Williams, and then we'll be back. Peace.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin, News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin, 7:35, Monday, December 5th, 40 degrees, getting up to 51 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Stream live on the radio, pop app, and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We just had a great talk with Marianne Esposito, who's going to be on stage at the Grunin Center at Ocean County College on Saturday at 2 p.m., along with Joe Leone. And we also have we have samples from the Cookie King, from 3Bs, all kinds of stuff going on there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And a portion of the proceeds are going to go to the People's Pantry. So with us, Dee Pellegrino, who's a board member at the People's Pantry. So how have things been going since being part of the Beat Center?
You know, fantastic. I mean, the facility is just beautiful, and I know you've been there. You know, when you walk in to the People's Pantry, we were talking about it before, it's just an amazing place where people can go in with dignity and with pride and get food, from fresh produce to frozen items to canned goods. So been going great under that umbrella over there on Hooper Ave in Silverton. And one of the things we wanted to do when we incorporate a food event, and I've been running food events for a very long time, is to always give back and make sure that we're giving to those, because it's inconceivable to me that people don't have food. I mean, it's something that you don't realize is in your backyard. It's your neighbors. It could be right next door to you. So
Right.
The People's Pantry is giving food to, now I think it's over 6,000 people a month. And that's right here in Ocean County.
Wow.
So one of the things as a board member, which I'm very proud and honored that I was asked to be a board member, is that I want to do as much as I can to raise some money. So a portion of all the tickets sold will go to the People's Pantry. But there's a little bit of a misconception out there that everyone raises money for the umbrella of the Beat Center, and each of them still have to fundraise their own entities. So the People's Pantry is constantly raising money to be able to turn that money into food to be able to give to those in Ocean County. So we're appreciative to all those who are buying a ticket.
Fantastic. So, Dee, question, and I kind of left you out of the conversation. So I know Pellegrino, clearly your married name, but
yes,
but with a maiden name like Panagrosso.
Where'd you find that?
Right, on your Facebook. I'm gonna guess that you also may have some Italian.
A little bit.
Yeah. So gravy or sauce in your house?
It's always been sauce.
Really?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
never
good.
gravy.
Good.
And it's funny because a friend of mine introduced me to my husband, and she said, "You got to meet this guy because his last name sounds just like yours." And I was like, what is it? And when she told me Pellegrino, I was like, okay, I like it. I'll switch from Panagrosso to that.
So wait a second. So you had to meet this guy because his name sounds like yours?
Yeah, I liked his last name.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's that they never told me that when I was dating, that I should look for girls that had a similar last name.
It started with a P and it ended in an O.
Yeah. No, that's good thinking, because I would have really been more astute in school when they used to line us up alphabetically, that I would have actually looked around at the girls like on around me.
Yeah.
Not that they would have looked back.
Stop.
So Dee, it's that time. I don't know if you're ready for this, but we're gonna put you on the spot either way. What we do with every one of our guests is we give them the magic wand.
Okay.
All right. So the magic wand is like, pixie dust, fairy dust, your ability just to wiggle your nose and make an impact on the world.
Okay.
With one wave of the wand. Now, there's no pressure. There's no pressure here that you can only do one thing, but they say with great power comes great responsibility. So, Dee, what are you going to do? What would you do?
I would want everyone to just be kind to one another. I mean, the atmosphere doesn't matter what side you're on, whatever, but I just want to see people once again, take a breath and just be kind to one another. I'm truly a believer that there are more wonderful people in this world than not. And if we collectively get together, I think that we can impact. We can impact.
So you're saying you don't think that people are necessarily kind to each other?
No, there's many people that are kind. I just want more of it.
Yeah. Well, at least we'll have the right role model in office now. Anyway,
moving right
along. So, Dee, why don't you give us one more time? Where can we learn more about the People's Pantry? Where can we learn more about culinary adventures featuring Marianne Esposito and Joe Leone? Go ahead.
Sure.
This is your 2 minutes of propaganda. Hit it.
Oh, boy. So for the People's Pantry, you can always visit thepeoplespantry.org. There's information on there about our events. We have events throughout the year, especially a big gala, usually in the fall. We would love for people to buy tickets and participate, and even just stop by. I mean, if you want to donate some money, stop by. Always willing to take donations and very much in need of them. And stop by and see the pantry. Pat Donahue is the executive director, and what she does there is simply amazing. She's an amazing woman, and so I'm thanking everyone in advance for just taking a look at it and maybe being a donor. For Culinary Adventures, we're so excited. That's going to happen, like you said, this Saturday, December 10th. The show starts at 2 p.m., but there is a VIP pre-show, so if you want VIP tickets, there's not many left. Get on and get them. Marianne will be in that VIP area, and there'll be a little bit more sampling in that area. So to get tickets, you can always go to grunincenter.org. Or you can call the box office at Ocean County College at 732-255-0500.
Very nice. That's it?
That's it. I mean, we got, like you said, samples, 3Bs, the Cookie King, which his cookies are amazing. He really is a cookie king.
Well, he's the king.
He's the king.
You would expect him to be really good.
Yeah, and his cookbooks will be for sale. He'll be signing. Marianne will be signing. Her cookbooks will be there for sale.
Did he call himself the Cookie King?
I don't know where it
know
originated from.
Like that's kind of presumptuous, isn't it?
I think he deserves it once you try his cookies.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not a cookie person. I don't like to bake. I'll cook anything, but I don't like baking. It's very
tedious.
tedious.
You can add that to the list of things I won't do also. Bake, cook, grill, none of the above.
That's
why I got married, because my wife is awesome at those things. And among so many other things, she's great. I'm in a lot of trouble now.
Anyway,
Stop
while you're ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin after this.